Okay, we are on exercise 2.4, migrating user profiles, found in the Microsoft Official Academic Course Lab Manual, installing and configuring Windows 10 in preparation for exam 70-698. So we are still logged in from the previous exercise on the DC1, which is our domain controller. Now what we want to do is create a new folder and call it data. So go ahead and minimize this. Click on here, double click on our C drive, right click, new, folder, data. Now we want to right click, okay, that's data. Let's do another one. Right click, new, folder. We're going to call this one migration and enter. Now we're going to go ahead and right click on the migration folder and go into properties. And click on the sharing tab. Okay, we want to do advanced sharing. Share this folder, permissions, allow full control, and then OK, OK, close. Do the same thing with data, left click, right click, properties, sharing, advanced sharing, share this folder, permissions, allow full control, OK, OK, and close. And you want to take the next screenshot showing the permissions for the data folder. So you want to do your screenshot from here if you're required to do so. Okay, now using Server Manager, we click on Tools and go into Active Directory Users and Computers. Tools, Active Directory Users and Computers. Now we want to right-click Users, under a datum. So Users, right-click, New, User. And here we're going to type in Jim, A-U-S-T-I-N, tab, J-A-U-S-T-I-N would be the login name. And then next, password is going to be our standard password. We're going to uncheck that, check that, and check that. So we have password never expires. And then we're going to go ahead and do next and finish. Now we want to log on to CL2 as that J. Austin. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. Go to my here. We're going to go to CL2. There's our private network. And I want to remove this one because we're not going to be using it. Okay, and we'll go ahead and double click. Turn on CL2. Minimize this. Okay, let's try this again. We need to go ahead and do other user. JAUSTIN. And it sees our new user. And let him log in. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and right click and new and text document. And we're going to call this lab 2. Then we're going to log off as Jim and log back on as the administrator. Go back in as other user. going to open up File Explorer. There we go. I'm going to click on this PC. And then click on the Computer tab. I'm going to do Map Network Drive, I think. And again, we're going to use the M. I want to browse. Only before I browse, I want to share. Alright, Control C. Now if I minimize this, okay, now I've routed to my M. Now I should see my user state migration tool. So now I'll go ahead and do here, run, and OK. CD M colon. There we go. Alright, dr/w cd user state migration tool. And I just did CLS just to bring everything else back up to the top. CD AMD 64, enter. Alright, now we are at step 38 in the lab. We have to enter a really long command prompt. Let's see if it works. Exact way of typing this in. So it's scanstate /UE colon star / space /UI colon a datum / J Austin space / lon dash DC1 / data space /I colon migapp.xml space /I colon mig user colon xml space /O, the letter O, space /VSC space /EFS colon copy raw space /C. So what this means is that we're doing a scan and we are saying user exclude none. So we're not excluding any users. And we're saying user include a datum J Austin. So we only want to include J Austin on this. And this is where the data is going to be set to. Now let's see if that data is there. So we're going to minimize this, go here to our domain controller, go here, and data, and there it is. So that did work. Okay. So once this gets to 100%, you want to go ahead and do your print screen and answer question number 7, which we just talked about. Okay, now it wants us to go to the Start button, go into System, so we want to go into User Profiles. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. Let's go Control Panel, User Profiles, here's a datum J. Austin, and it wants us to click on Delete. Yes. And OK. We're going to close out of this. And go back to our command prompt. And I don't know why it's shutting down. Okay, so I went back to my command prompt, went back into my user migration tool directory /AMD, typed in LoadState space UI, so user include my datum J. Austin, and this is where the data is located, and it's going to be retrieving this XML code to reload the user that we just deleted. So that's what this is doing. So once the migration is finished, you're going to take another print screen, and we're going to log off of CL2 as administrator and log back on as J. Austin. Okay, we have success. So let's go ahead and close out of this and right click, shut down or sign out. I'll go ahead and do sign out. And log in as Jim Austin. Okay, and it does recognize him. Okay, we've been logged back on. Here's our Lab 2 document. It's still there. Yay! So now we're going to go ahead and log off. Actually, we're going to shut down this machine. And then we're going to shut down the domain controller. And that is the end of this lab. And the end of this video.
Hey.
So the next lab, what we're going to do is we're going to skip the lab challenge and go directly to lab 3, configuring devices and device drivers.